Big Sills. You know, I've always kind of thought of myself as America's sports doctor. You know, I'm not a reporter or a journalist. I don't like anyone swearing at me. I'd rather have you call me the F word than call me a journalist. But time to time, I actually have people whisper little things in my ear and tell me what's going on with a couple NFL teams. And I got a little bit of insight here for you. Now, let me ask you this before we get going here. Oh, by the way, our Hooters guys, all you have to do today for you to get an opportunity certificates with our proud sponsor, Hooters, 7 locations in the Northeast area. We've been giving out gift certificates, merch, and all that. All you have to do is find a code word and send it to dansilioshow@gmail.com with all your info. Simple as that. And we will name a winner. That'll be on Football Mondays. And you may find yourself in the collection of people like Nick and Israel who have won our gift certificates with our great friends at Hooters. Throughout the next 4 hours, that code word will be out there for you. All you have to do is ID it, and you'll be able to win yourself potentially one of those gift certificates. Packed show today. My boy Tone's going to join us as he always does. That's now a staple. It's called The Segment. We have dubbed it The Segment. Merrill Reese will join us at 4:30, the legendary voice of the Philadelphia Eagles. And Tony Siracusa from The Last Word on College Football. Hey, man, there's no question. The 2 biggest stories in football this year have been Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce and Deion Sanders. It's not been Georgia going after a three-peat. So we'll talk to Tony. By the way, Tony thought that Colorado team hired a gimmick and thought that Colorado team would only win 2 games. And I believe they're playing Arizona State this weekend. So he's one of the voters on the top 25. He's a Heisman Trophy voter. We will talk to our friend. That'll be at 5:30 Eastern time to get his thoughts. Here's a little bit of the breaking news for you here. Now, let me ask you something. Do you think that organizations hire people and maybe sign people and maybe draft people to keep other people and other players away from certain organizations that could be in their division in the NFL? Do you believe this? Do you believe that, say, the Jets may sign somebody to keep them away from New England? Do you believe that kind of ping pong goes back and forth? Do you believe that? Peter, absolutely. Joseph, yes. Without a doubt, all the people that answered yes, that's exactly how it goes. You keep people away from other organizations, especially if there's a need at that. Well, I had a conversation with Michael Irvin this morning, and Michael Irvin told me that there's a 3-team race for the services of Randy Gregory. What 3 teams do you think they are? Can you guess? What 3 teams do you think have picked the phone up and had a conversation with Randy Gregory's agents? What 3 teams? Try to put them all in one line for me. I want you to pick 3 teams. By the way, I got this from Michael Irvin. Mario, look at you guys. Exactly. 49ers, Eagles, Cowboys have all expressed interest in signing Randy Gregory. That's from Michael Irvin's mouth. That the Cowboys, the only reason that they're going to let this week play out, because they don't want to start taking reps away from some of the younger guys that they have on their team now. And for Randy Gregory's people, where can he get the most reps? San Francisco, Dallas, or Philadelphia? He wants to join a team. You're not going anywhere with Denver. He signed that $70 million contract. They want to get out from it because you know why? It's not that they want to get out from Randy Gregory. They want to get out from the money because they have so much money in the coach and in the quarterback that they're already preparing. That's the first sign of them getting ready for the offseason. Right now, Denver is in the process of putting the white flag up. Okay? Where would he get a lot of reps in Philly? You think Randy Gregory would get a lot of reps? Would he would take Derek Barnett's reps away. I'm all good with that. How many reps, by the way? What's the percentage of reps that Derek Barnett gets? Does anyone know? What's the percentage of reps he gets? Because whatever it is, I'm giving it to him. And he may end up being a star. And how would that look, him going against Dallas? He gets 34 reps a game, Derek Barnett? Derek Barnett gets 34 reps a game. Is that right? Out of 65 plays. Or is that 34% you're saying? 38% of the defensive plays Derek Barnett gets? Boy, that's awful high. Okay? That's awful high. Percentage. Okay, great. Okay, fantastic. Randy Gregory to the Philadelphia Eagles would be what? Because your pass rush right now is not where it was a year ago. Do we agree? You're putting pressure on the quarterback. I'm not suggesting you're not, but I don't really think you're getting a lot out of your ends. I don't think you're getting a lot out of your ends right now. Well, but get this. I think that's going to come around. Last year, there was a push to get defensive tackles by Howie. Maybe there's a push this year to get a couple more depth guys for the edge rushers. Would that be fair? Would that be fair? Okay? Look, I think the pressure on the quarterback, I don't think it's been awful. I'm not going there with that. I don't think that that's been awful at all. You're just not getting home as much. I think that's got a lot to do with your back end and your secondary play and a little bit of your inconsistency in linebackers. Now, look, I think the backers the last 2 weeks have gotten better. Okay? I actually like this move. And you're going to get him for pennies on the dollar. Because once he clears, see, people right now with the cap the way it is, and most salary caps right now are kind of, they're pushed to the limit. There's not a lot of football teams, maybe outside of Chicago or places that are in complete chaos, that have a lot of cash right now. So you're going to see this guy clear waivers. He's a $12, $13 million. Nobody's paying him that. You might get this guy for $2.5 million. You might get him for $2.5 million. Would you be interested? Boy, I sure would. I think he'd make a welcome addition. How would they use him? More depth on your edge rushing would increase and help your defensive tackle play. If you can get those edge rushers back up to just looking a little bit like you did a year ago, it'll be the best D-line in the NFL, and that includes the 49ers. Why not add a guy who's a good pass rusher? Look, his decision-making, and one of the reasons that the Cowboys lost him to Denver was they put those clauses in there because, again, there's questionable decision-making. My problem with Randy Gregory has always been his decision-making. You know, when you go into a combine and your agent and everyone are telling you don't smoke weed, and you smoke weed, and then you drop to the third round and you're a first round. He's a first-round talent. He's a first-round talent. But he's a seventh-round decision maker. And sometimes that doesn't plug in with one another. And that's why organizations look at him and go, yeah, I don't know, man. Do I want to bring that in? Now, again, you're not bringing him in to be a starter, but that's the guy that can help your football team. Pass rushing in today's NFL, hey, especially with the quarterbacks you have coming up with Josh Allen, you know, Patrick Mahomes, guys like that, you're going to want to, in my opinion, you're going to want to have more pass rushers. Okay? Would you see, look what Twist says here. I don't want any cow pies. That's so dumb. Like you're in high school. I want anybody who makes my team better. Those stupid, takes like that. You're like this. Are you still in high school? Who gives a shit? Dude, players are loyal to themselves, not organizations. The only people that are loyal to organizations are people like Jason Kelsey, Brandon Graham, people that have been in organizations for a decade. Yeah, I get. But people that have bounced around, you're not loyal. Have you ever heard Keyshawn Johnson talk? He's not loyal to the Jets. He's not loyal to the Cowboys. He's not loyal. Most of these NFL players are mercenaries. They go to the highest bidder. They don't worry about whether they played in Dallas or San Francisco or Chicago. That is a non-factor. Show me the money. Show me the money. That's the only thing you have to look at when you're looking at a mercenary type NFL player that you may want to add to your roster. Who gives a shit about his history? As a matter of fact, I like the fact he played in Dallas. Why would it be an advantage for him to have played in Dallas? I think it's the same advantage that James Bradbury had because he played in the NFC East. Great. He knows the East. Great. He knows all the OTs in the East. He's game planned against New York. He's game planned against the Eagles. He's game plans against the Cowboys because he's got to go against guys in practice every day. That's the kind of sign that makes Howie a legend. Right there. Plus, you keep him away from San Francisco and Dallas. Okay? Right? Bodybuilder goes like this. I thought Robert Quinn would work last year, but this would be a definite upgrade with Gregory. Hey, bodybuilder, the one thing that's for sure, I don't want Howie to stop taking swings because of Robert Quinn. Just because Robert Quinn didn't work, he should stop taking swings? Eventually, you're going to hit the home run. And Howie's been pretty good in his average on finding free agents. So I'm going to go with Howie taking swings. If I'm Howie Roseman's manager on free agents, I'm going to say swing away, man. It's not like this guy's striking out. It's not like this guy's striking out. Robert Quinn? Can I look at the Robert? Here's how I look at the Robert Quinn move of a year ago when they made a move for Chicago with that. You know what I say to that? Okay, that means I'm one step closer to getting to a guy that's going to be successful on my roster. Because eventually you're going to land on a guy who's going to be an impact ball player for you. Okay? I love this, man. So Eagles, 49ers, and Cowboys. Jerry Jones said today they're examining the possibilities of bringing Randy Gregory back. Howie Roseman's on the horn, and John Lynch is on the horn for the Niners. Congratulations. You're now officially back in the conversation on maybe potentially bringing in a guy who could help you. I like it. I like it. That, my friend, is how you win a championship. You're going to win this is a depth move. A move like Gregory works on your depth because what happens as we go into the season, it becomes the war of attrition. Right? Howie vision. That's it front and center right there. Absolutely. Absolutely.